Good morning, students. How are you? It's almost a year since we have met from this platform. Since the semester exams are fast approaching, you might be busy working hard on them. I wish you all the best in the coming examinations. Today I am here to help you understand the uses of a dictionary as part of study skills and reference skills. Let me begin with a query. Why should you care for improving your vocabulary? Now, there are concepts and ideas which you want to be conversant with. You need to acquire a certain amount of vocabulary to help you understand the ideas and concepts. If you do not know the certain amount of vocabulary with you, you fail to understand those concepts. Let me tell you one thing. When you come across a new word, probably you will be doing two things. You skip it and wait for the context to give the meaning, or you take a second to look up the word in the dictionary. If you skip over the word, no doubt if the context gives you the meaning, all is well. If the context does not give you the meaning, you will be forced to skip and you stop reading. That will result in bad impact on your mind. Skipping over too many words makes your brain fatigue. You will be tired. If you stop reading it, what will happen? You will become ignorant of the subject you are dealing with. Suppose if you take a second, or if you have patience to look up the word in the dictionary, you avoid your brain fatigue, you learn new words, you improve your memory power. By improving vocabulary, you learn to improve the ability of reasoning and understanding. By improving ability to reason and think, you will be becoming wise. You will be getting rid of the metaphorical bliss of ignorance. However, dear friends, mere knowing the meaning of a word does not qualify for giving a right sentence. Most of the times, meanings and sentences are not similar, and most of the students who know the meanings fail to write correct sentences. Here comes the use of a good dictionary. Actually, a dictionary will help you understand the words when you speak and write and listen and read. And most of the time, dictionaries are our good friends. To find the meaning, generally, other than this, if you find the meaning of a word, you have to search for without the dictionary. If there is no dictionary nearby, you use the context to give you or help the context. Context will help you understand the word. Or you have to search for the descriptive words in the passage in order to understand the difficult word in the passage. Or think logically. And in order to understand the basic etymology, sometimes the words will be understood with the help of prefixes and suffixes. For example, you take anti, extra, hyper, neo, omni, and suffixes like ity, ee, ate, ize. To find the meaning, there is an identify the root word. From Greek, you have the bio, geo, path, phil, tele. For example, bio means it's kind of life, geo means earth. Okay, path means it's a kind of understanding, phil means love, tel means far. And with this, if you know the root words, you can guess the meaning of the word you are finding difficult to understand. And sometimes when you read newspapers, stories, novels, you come across hard words. You make a point noting down all the hard words. Whenever you have the time, you can look up those words in the dictionary and can proceed with your reading. And dictionary, what is a dictionary? A dictionary is actually a reference book in which you find words of a language systematically arranged in particularly in alphabetical order. There are other names for a dictionary. It is called lexicon, lexicography, word book, glossary, word list, word finder. These are other names for a dictionary. Dictionary makers. So somebody has to make the dictionary. They are called dictionary makers. There are other names for them: lexicographer, compiler, editor. You can call them other than, you can't call them a writer. Dictionary compiler is not a writer, is a lexicographer or a dictionary maker. Now, why dictionary? Why should we use a dictionary? We learn words. We learn words, how words have different meanings in different contexts. Different subjects use the same word with a different meaning. I can't see, now look at the example here. I can't see Rosie anywhere. The God asked to see our passes. Can you see what I mean? I want to see the principle. You see, in all these sentences, one word is common, that is see. And every time you use a sentence, a new sentence, it gives you a new meaning. For example, I can't see Rosie anywhere. I can't perceive her. I can't find her with my own eyes. And the God wants to see our passes. He wants to inspect our passes. Can you see what I mean? Here, see means understand. I want to see the principle means I want to meet the principle. So one word see gives so many meanings. So it is not that simple. Knowing the meaning will help you write sentences. So right word in the right context will be possible only when you know the different meanings of a single word. And now let's see the context and sense. The brain appears to be a parallel processor. Some writers use parallel structure of words and phrases for a balanced and smooth flow of ideas. Parallel lines never intersect. For example, in these three contexts, the common word is a parallel, but here in the first context, the brain appears to be a parallel processor here. It can be heard in a psychology class. In the second context, the parallel is heard in English class, that is the literature class. In the third one, the parallel lines never intersect, it is heard in mathematical class. So parallel is a word which is used by different persons in different contexts and different subjects. So learning a word or searching for a meaning of a word will not help you understand the overall idea of the word. So you have to be thorough with different meanings and how it is used in different contexts. Dictionary, again, it shows how a word is used in different subjects. For example, here I told you the first word is psychology, the second word used in English class, the third one is used in mathematics class. And what is a dictionary? Dictionary, I was telling you, dictionary was a reference book, and it contains words of a language arranged systematically from A to Z in an alphabetical manner. It helps you decipher or understand the words, particularly the phrases and the concepts, and it makes you independent of the teacher. Okay, if you have a good dictionary with you, you will not always rely on the teacher, and you will learn things on your own. Other uses of dictionary, and the uses, it's not mere meaning of you find in the dictionary. You have other uses, other benefits, other advantages of a dictionary. Let me read, and you can learn how to spell words correctly. You know the standard pronunciation. It will tell you how different meanings and definitions. And you will also be familiar yourself with the different parts of speech, and the dictionary provides you example sentences. Using a dictionary, you will also be familiarize yourself with the synonyms, antonyms, idioms, phrases, maxims, and you also learn correction of sentences. So dictionary will provide you everything which you do not find anywhere in any reference book. And but when you come to the first part of spelling, spelling, for example, English is unphonetic language, and there is no one-on-one relationship. The words sometimes you speak, and you write in a different way. For example, you take I have given 4 words here, C-O-U-P, and it is coo. The pronunciation is coo. When you utter this word or dictate this word to the students, you may not write the right spelling. So the second one is psyche, the third one is yacht, the fourth one is sweet. See, here the pronunciation is completely different from the spelling written here. So dictionary will help you understand or learn which word has which spelling, and it also will provide you inflections, and particularly inflections occur in nouns, verbs, and even adjectives, where sometimes, you know, particularly in the noun form, different inflections will create problems for the learners while writing these spellings. So dictionary will solve all the problems of inflections, and it will help you a master of English language. Let me give you a model entry in the dictionary, and you see here advisor is the word given. This is the model entry from a dictionary. Here you find 2 slashes in which in between you have the phonetic transcription. In brackets you have the US, that is, it is used in United States, and followed by N, that is a small letter N that stands for noun. In square brackets you have C, that stands for countable, means advisor is a countable noun, and it has an alternative spelling, that is advisor, which is used in American English. Now it is followed by another word, fulfill. It has another spelling given in brackets. You can also use a double L, and followed by phonetic transcription, and it is a verb. And the third word, psychology, and phonetic transcription followed by noun, and in square brackets there is a capital U that stands for uncountable. So psychology is a word which is uncountable, and followed by another word, facade. Facade, okay, is a noun. So when you look up a word in the dictionary, you will have all these informations which will help you understand whether it is a noun, verb, or preposition, or conjunction, adjective or adverb, whatever it is, and providing spelling and meaning. Apart from this, you will be learning all these things. A good dictionary will help you find everything related to the words that you are looking up in the dictionary. When you come to the, let's continue regarding the pronunciation. Particularly, there is a word C-A-F-E, cafe, and in North American English, it is a cafe. Now, followed by a word called days, and the third word is dear. It is also called dear. Exam. So the fourth word and fifth word, fasten. So you say the spelling F-A-S-T-E-N, but it is pronounced as fasten. All this information you find in a dictionary. And let me give you some more words. Bona fide. Generally we say bona fide. It's not bona fide, it is a bona fide. We learn things from the dictionary. And you see the word B-A-R-R-A-G-E, barrage. You can also say barrage. Determine. Determine, it's not determine, it is a determine. Next word, develop. Not develop, it is develop. Principle. Generally students, we hear students speak principal. It's not principal, it's a principle. And P-O-R, you can say poor, or you can also say pronounce it as poor. So this information you find in the dictionary. And let me continue. There is a 2 words. One word is G-I-L-L, and it is a homograph. Now you see, the first word is a G-I-L-L. It is called gill, which you find in the description of a fish. And the second word, G-I-L-L, this is gill. It is a unit for measuring liquids. So simply knowing G-I-L-L, if you know the one pronunciation, you will be going wrong. So you should also know the alternative pronunciation with a different meaning. So under this item, you will be learning how the words are pronounced and where to look up this pronunciation in the dictionary, how the phonetic transcription is given, and whether it is a noun or a pronoun or verb, you will be knowing, and you will also be knowing the different meanings in different contexts. Now, dictionary also provides the definitions. For example, you take a word like anatomy, it is a noun. It has nearly 4 meanings here. They are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and under one category you have it is a uncountable noun. The definition is given: the scientific study of the structure of a human or animal bodies. Second one is it is used as a countable noun and uncountable noun. The structure of an animal or a plant. When you use it as a countable or uncountable, the structure of animal or a plant. Now when you come to the third item, it is a countable noun. It is used humorously. It is related to a person's body. And the fourth one is a countable noun. It is used in a formal context. It is an examination of what something like or why it happens. So in a good dictionary, you find the definitions and how the word is used in different contexts, whether it is a noun, whether it is countable or uncountable. The meaning varies if it is a countable and or uncountable. Now dictionary will also provide you show you the different parts of the speech of a word given in the dictionary or that you are looking up. For example, you take a word like big, big, it is given the phonetic transcription slashes, and it is used as adjective, adverb, verb. So it has 3 parts of speech. For example, the meaning of the big is large, older, important, ambitious, popular, enthusiastic, doing something a lot, generous. Or there is another expression, in an impressive way, or you can use it to praise or recommend somebody or something. So big is a small word, but it is used as a different part of speech. So it has many parts of speech. Words, there are some words with many parts of speech. For example, you take a word like well. It is used as adverb, adjective, exclamation, noun, verb. Let me give you some examples here. As an adverb, it is used in the sentence, a business is going well. It is here used as an adverb. All is well with us. Here it is an adjective. Well, it can be helped. This is an exclamation. The well was drilled 50 meters deep. Here it is used as a noun. Tears well up in my eyes. Here the well is used as a verb. So you should not be happy simply knowing one meaning and one part of speech. You should also be familiar with the different parts of a single word and how it is used in different contexts. So dictionary, a good dictionary will help you find all these things. So the only thing you have to have the patience to look up it in the dictionary. And let me give you one more example. A word with most parts of speech. For example, you take a round. It is used as an adjective, noun, adverb, preposition, verb. Let me give you some examples here. She has a round face. Here, round, which is used before face, which is a noun, used as an adjective. Shall we play another round of cards? Here, a noun. He had a look round before he kept going. Here it is an adverb. They walked around the tree, preposition. She rounded her lips to utter the word. Here the round is used as a verb. So with these 2 examples, you know that words have different parts and they have different meanings and they can be used in different contexts. So knowing the words and their parts of speech, you will be enriching yourself with the English language. You can be speaking well and reading well and writing well when you know all this information regarding the words you are learning. Let me give you one more example. It is related to verb. It is from Cambridge Advanced Learner Dictionary. Let me give you the RUN, run. Here, when we talk about the verb, we should know 2 things, whether it is intransitive verb or a transitive verb. A dictionary gives you this information. Here you find 2 brackets. In the first bracket, letter I is given. It stands for intransitive. And in the second bracket, you find a T that stands for transitive. So run is used intransitively and transitively. And it is also followed by the different forms of the verb. For example, present and past tense and past participle and the present participle. Here present participle is running, past tense is ran, past participle run. So here verb is an irregular verb. So irregular verbs are given their different forms that as they appear, and you find when you learn a verb, you know whether it is a transitive or intransitive or different forms of the verb, and whether it is a regular verb or irregular verb, and also how the word is used in sentences. Let me read two sentences here. The bus runs 2 times a day on this route. Here the word run used as intransitively. An intransitive word or intransitive verb does not take an object. But when you look at the second sentence, here the second sentence is followed by in the runs, the college runs a course in self-defense. Runs is followed by a course. Here course is an object. When a verb takes an object, it becomes a transitive verb. So run is used in these two contexts, intransitively and transitively. We know the different forms, and let me give you one more example. Here it is from Oxford Advanced Learner Dictionary. You see, a large dog appeared, a group of swans float by, he liked the car and he kicked the ball. Here dog here appeared, here is a verb, and here verb plus adverb plus adjective. A group of swans float by. Here verb is float, it is followed by preposition by. And when you take the third sentence, he liked the car, here in brackets, square brackets, you are given VN. V stands for verb, N stands for noun. So liked is the verb and it is followed by the noun phrase, that is the car. Now look at another example in square brackets, VN plus adverb plus preposition. So here he kicked the ball hard. Kicked is the verb followed by the ball noun, and it is followed by hard is an adverb. So when you start from the first sentence, only in square brackets we have verb. That means only verb is used there. In the second square brackets, in the second sentence example particularly, here in square brackets you have the verb followed by adverb or preposition. And example given is the swans, a group of swans float by. Float is the verb followed by is the preposition here. So similarly, when you have this information with you, you know how the word is used, and when it comes for you to write the sentence, you will be writing correctly. Now dictionary will provide you idioms and phrases. Generally when you find the words in a dictionary, the first word which is in bold letters, in thick form, that is called head words, and at the end of each head word you find the entries of the idioms and phrases. So idioms, for example, you take a word like HEAP, heap, it is a noun and it is also used as a verb. Noun, as a noun it is countable. The meaning is an untidy pile or mass of things. The idiom given at the end of the entry, the bottom of the heap. So the meaning of the idiom is, you see, the bottom of the heap, another idiom, fall in a heap or a hole of something. So these are idioms related to the word heap. So these idioms are provided at the entry, or at the end of the entry of the head word. Now when you have the head word, when you know the meaning and you know whether it is used as a verb or noun or preposition or conjunction or adverb, you come down, you will be finding idioms and phrases. Now let me give you one more example. Phrases. Phrases are given at the end of the verb where there are no other verbs followed. For example, you take the same word heap. Here it is used as a noun or verb, and as a verb in brackets, transitive plus, that is adverb slash preposition, means as a verb used as a transitively followed by adverb or preposition. Let me give you the example. To put things into a large untidy pile, that is a meaning, and the phrasal verb given here, heap something on somebody. Heap something on somebody, when you use it as use it as it is in a sentence, the meaning of it is that of phrase or criticism, he deals well with all the criticism heaped on him. So here it is used as a phrasal verb. So phrase is a word where verb are followed by some particles. Mainly the participant, the constituent of the phrase is mainly a verb. And so idioms and phrases will help you again enrich your language, and it is for you to look up these in the dictionary at the entries under the head words. Now verbs with the two objects. Now when you come to the words with the two objects, it is given in square brackets, verb, noun, noun. See, verb plus noun phrase or noun and whatever it is. He gave him, I gave him 2 books. For example, you take a sentence, I gave him 2 books. Gave is the verb in the sentence, followed by him, it is a noun phrase, or you can, it is actually here it is a preposition, but used as a noun phrase, followed by 2 books, again noun phrase. So verb, noun phrase and noun phrase. And I take another example, he brought me a chair. Brought is the verb, followed by me, a noun, and followed by another noun. So when you know the structures, when you know the meaning of the letters used in brackets, you will be able to use them in a correct way in a sentence. Now let's know something about the linking verbs given in the dictionaries. In square brackets here, verb plus adjective. Now let me read the sentence for you. His voice sounds hoarse. Here sounds is a linking verb and it is followed by hoarse is an adjective. Romy became a doctor. Here became a verb followed by a doctor. So verb, noun, and verb, noun, adjective. Third example, he considers himself lucky. Considers is the linking verb followed by noun phrase. Lucky is an adjective. So verb, noun and noun. They elected him chairman. Elected is the verb, him is a noun phrase, and chairman is another noun phrase. So linking verbs also take different parts of speeches, parts of speech, and you will be having, if you have the knowledge of how these words are being used, you can write correct sentences. Verbs with clauses or phrases. Let me explain in square, given in square brackets. V stands for verb, that here, that class. And sometimes, you know, you will be given information like this. Verb, within the square bracket, there is the bracket that is given in the bracket. That means it is optional. You may or may not use this. Let me read the sentence for you. He said that he would walk. He said that he would walk. You can also delete. He said he would walk. So that is an optional here. And take another example. Verb, noun, that, or verb, noun, optional, that. Let me read the sentence here. Cherry told me that I should take rest. Here, told me. Told is the verb, followed by me, noun, noun phrase, and followed by that. So here, if you know that this structure, you can write this sentence correctly. He informed Karan that he got a job. So in the dictionary, in a good dictionary, you find this information will help you write and read well in a proper way. Verbs with WH clauses. You know, in square brackets here, we followed by WH, that is a WH clause. I wonder what the job will be like. So what the job will be like is a WH clause. Verb, noun, WH clause. I asked him where he came from. I asked him where he came from. So where is a WH, where he came from is a WH clause. And another example, verb plus to. I want to leave, to infinitive. So you have the clauses, you have the just that clauses and WH clauses, and sometimes you can say to infinitive that follow verbs that will help you write sentences. Verbs with, okay, another set of examples here. Verb followed by noun followed by to. I forced him, forced is the verb, him is the noun form here, a noun clause here, particularly noun phrase, sorry, to go with me. I forced him to go with me. And here, next example, verb followed by infinitive. Did you hear the phone ring? If you have to, it is called to infinitive. If there is no to, it is mere infinitive. You can also use certain words with their infinitive sense of meaning. And next, verb followed by ing, that is the ing form. She never stops talking, stops followed by talking. And verbs for verb, noun, ing. And in the third form, we have only verb ing form, and then followed by in the fourth example, verb, noun followed by ing. Here, let me give you example. Our comments set me thinking. Our comments set me thinking. Set is the verb, me is the noun phrase, thinking is the ing form. So you have the WH clauses, you have the two infinitives, you have the infinitive forms, you have the ing forms following the verbs, and that will certainly help us write and speak correctly. Dictionaries also provide us synonyms and antonyms, and this entry is Oxford Advanced Learner Dictionary. Let me give you one simple example, that is afraid. Afraid has so many synonyms here. It has afraid, sacred, sacred, alarmed, paranoid, apprehensive. All these words describe feeling or showing fear. And if you start using afraid in a sentence, it is given some extra information is given in square brackets here, not before a noun. This word afraid, which is an adjective, is not used before a noun. Generally adjectives come before a noun, but this typical word here, this comes at the end of the sentence or end of the word, end of the noun. What is the meaning? Feeling fear, worried something that something bad might happen. Let me give you the example here. There is nothing to be afraid of. So you cannot use afraid before noun. It comes at the end of the sentence. Let's look at another word, frightened. Here the meaning is feeling fear, worried that something bad might happen. And now here the difference between afraid and frightened, both are adjectives, but afraid comes after the noun, whereas frightened comes before the noun. For example, a frightened child, she was frightened. You can also use frightened at the end. Scared. Scared is used in informal context. The meaning is feeling fear, worried that something bad might happen. Let me give you the example. The thieves got scared and ran away. And when you look at the patterns or collocations, collocations are combination of words. And in English, some words always go with a set of words, and they always go together. So the words going together are termed as collocations. And here look at the patterns and collocations of the words we have just learned. Let me read. Don't be afraid, don't be frightened, don't be scared, don't be alarmed, don't be apprehensive. You can also say to feel afraid, to feel frightened, to feel scared, to feel alarmed, to feel apprehensive. So you can, these patterns generally are very common patterns that you find in the dictionary, and you can use them in your speech and writing. And let's see another set of collocations here, and I have given three words here: almost, nearly, practically. Almost goes with certainly, almost certainly, almost all, almost every, almost entirely, impossible, and empty. Nearly all, nearly always, nearly every, nearly finished, nearly died. So practically all, practically every, practically no. So these words almost nearly practically go with the words given below them. So these are called collocations. And if you have a good dictionary with you, Oxford Advanced Learner Dictionary or Cambridge Advanced Learner Dictionary, you find certain boxes, common mistake boxes, where you will be want to use a certain word in a certain context, and they will give you the wrong sentence and right sentence. Look at this entry here, and it starts with a warning. Do not confuse noun advice with verb advise. You look at the spelling here, A-D-V-I-C-E, A-D-V-I-S-E. So one is a noun, the other one is a verb. So see the wrong sentence here. I advise you to see a lawyer, but the right sentence is I advise you to see a lawyer. So advice is different from advise, and this is provided in a box in the dictionary. So it is fun learning things in the dictionary with the help of the dictionary. A dictionary is a good friend. And there is another common mistake related to also, and it begins with a warning. Check your word order, and if you don't put words in order, you will probably have a wrong sentence. Also, usually goes before the main verb. Don't say I like dogs but I like also cats. This is a wrong expression. Here the warning, under the warning you have the suggestion for you, also usually goes before the main verb. What is the main verb here? Like. So you put the also before the main verb and get the right sentence. I like dogs but I also like cats. But when you come to another usage here in the context of also, but if the verb is a be form, it is a helping verb, for example am, is, was, were, it is generally also is used after be forms. I like dogs but I am fond also of cats. This is a wrong expression. When you look at the last sentence, that is the right sentence here. I like dogs but I am also fond of cats. So also immediately follows helping verbs when they are used as the main verbs. And there is another warning for us regarding the use of prepositions. It is given in the box there. When you use a word like enter, when enter has no direct object, it never takes a preposition. This you have to keep in your mind when you use. Generally students say I enter into the class, but that is a wrong expression. So don't say enter in or enter into a place. As you enter into the station, the shop is on the right. This is a wrong expression given in the dictionary, and it is followed by the right one. As you enter the station, the shop is on the right. And it is from Cambridge Advanced Learner Dictionary. It is again given in the box form. Remember that discuss is never followed by a preposition. So most of the times we hear people use the discuss followed by about. So don't say discuss about something or say discuss something. We need to discuss about the new advertising campaign, and that is a wrong expression. So what is right one? We need to discuss the new advertising campaign. So common mistakes, this is the original entry from a dictionary regarding attend. Remember that when attend means to go to an event or place, it is never followed by to. Don't say attend to an event or place, etc. Say attend an event, place, etc. All staff will attend to the training course. This is a wrong one. All staff will attend the training. So when attend is followed by place, it never takes a preposition. But when you are attending to someone, you are paying attention. Attend to my lecture means you are paying attention or paying heed to my words. This is an entry regarding myopia. If you look at this, you will be having a lot of information. I will be asking some questions after this. Just go through this entry. Here you have the phonetic transcription, the part of speech, and the origin, whether it is Greek, the etymology and all that, and particularly the meanings given with the help of numbers 1, 2, a condition in which the visual images come to a focus in front of the retina. So if you go through it, let me ask you some questions here. Here, when you look at that entry, the entry gives 3 forms of the word myopia. Is it right or wrong? The entry gives 3 forms of the word myopia. How many entries are there? Only just 2. This is false. Now look at the second one. Myopia can be a way of thinking about a topic. Is it true or false? Now just you look at the meanings given here. Yeah. You see, myopia is related to the problem faced by the eyes. So that is false. So myopia has the 3 syllables. Look at the entry. Myopia. So 3 syllables. So right one. The Y in myopia sounds like the Y in yard. You see, it is wrong when you look at the entry here. Now, again, myopic is a noun. Just look at the entry. So, given it is given with the help of a small letter n. So, myopia is a noun. So, that is true. So, when you can also cross check. Now, look over the entry again, myriad. Just read, you find the meanings. Here 2 meanings are given. 10,000, the meaning of the great number, having innumerable aspects or elements. Again, say true or false. The noun myriad comes from the Greek word meaning 10,000. It's right. The word myriad can be used as a noun or an adjective. So here, myriad is used as a noun. It is also, it's only a noun. Now there are some points to ponder. When you go through a dictionary, there are certain labels given. If you are familiar with the labels, you can find your search for the words very easy. There are some labels given in the dictionary that are approving. Some words are approved by you. That is a very, you will have the admiration for them. For example, words like feisty, petite, they are approving. So a word like feisty is given here. There, the label is given approving, and some words are disapproving. It is also mentioned with the label disapproving. Words like blinkered, newfangled are disapproving words. Figurative language. Generally, language or words generally are used figuratively and metaphorically. Here, to cast shadow on somebody, and shadow here is figuratively. So here it is mentioned figurative. And some words are used in formal context, or particularly in official situations. It is mentioned formal. Particular words like admonish, besmirch. Labels like humorous. Certain words, are very funnily, for the sake of fun, used in a real life situations. Particularly ankle biter. The meaning of ankle biter is a child. Another word is a lurgy. It's a kind of disease. So these words are used humorously. In an informal context, so informal is provided in the dictionary. The words are not suitable for formal context. For example, bunkers, dodgy. Dodgy is an unreliable person. And language is also used ironically. Ironically means the words have a opposite meaning from the words spoken. For example, they have one meaning on the periphery of the expressions, and the hidden meaning is given. So here you are a great help, I must say. That means you are not happy with his help. And language, or particularly words, are used in literature. So when certain words are used in literature, so the label is given literary. For example, words like a flame, halcyon. Halcyon stands for good time. And some words are offensive. These words are not generally used in a formal situations. And slut, offcast, and shit, certain words are there. You are not expected to use them. They are very obscene. And certain labels are there slang. Slang is a particular language used by a group of people. Words here, digbat, dosh. Dosh is the money. This is generally used in informal situations and as a slang. Taboo is a bloody shit. And so when you look up, when you want to learn things with the help of a dictionary, you should be familiar with all these labels, all the information given in the pages, preceding and following pages of a dictionary. So your learning or looking up the words will be easier. Dictionary, when you, who is the main, the first dictionary by the compiler is Samuel Johnson, and though he is first one, but actually it is followed by nearly 173 years Oxford Learner Dictionary. Today it has definitions for 6 lakh words, and if you want to improve your vocabulary and language, if you want to fare well in your life, you should have a dictionary with you all the time, and a dictionary will be always make you independent of a teacher. You may not find a teacher all the time asking, telling you the meanings, so you will become self-sufficient and self-reliant, and you become confident when you have the good number of words with you. I wish you all the best, and hope you will be benefited from this class and start using dictionaries for your future career. Thank you very much.